right, should we talk about the big event of the week now that the Wednesday Night War is over? All the All Friends Wrestling fans got what they wanted, and they're unopposed, and they did their second biggest number ever. Next to only their debut show, right?
I think so.
Because their debut show was 1.4 million. This is 1.2 million. That means that somewhere around 450 or 500,000 of the 600,000 or 700,000 usual NXT customers decided to bop over and sample their restaurant at AEW, in addition to the usual 750-ish or so that have already been eating there. So they're starting over. Just like starting over. Now, it only took them, what did it take them? I can't even remember now. I don't have the graph here in front of me. We talked about the viewership several weeks ago. But it took them, about several months to cut their initial audience in half from 1.4 million to 700,000. How long do you think it's going to take them to cut this one in half? Do you think they'll go up from here or down, Brian?
They always could go up, but I believe it would go down from here.
They're not a collector's plate. It could go up, but they mostly go down. They're starting over again. They have no show on opposite them. A number of the people who have apparently been watching NXT decided, okay, we're going to watch this show. But now, how many of those people liked it? Or how many of those people were the ones that were watching NXT because that was the closest thing they can find to what they remember wrestling used to be? We shall find out. I have a feeling. And also, this was 1.2 million with Mike Tyson advertised as an enforcer and unopposed. They got a little over 1 million out of Shaq. So, I mean, I hate to predict the future, and some plates could go down or whatever, but I think they're back below 1 million within the next couple of weeks, and then they'll settle somewhere around that until they either somehow become a lot better or somehow get even worse. Can you say I'm wrong?
I don't know. I hate to get into the prediction game with the ratings. I do think they'll come down. I wonder how many people tuned into NXT not realizing NXT wasn't there and then turned on AEW. How many of those people are the NXT audience that now we're going to watch their show on Tuesday and this on Wednesday? I personally think it probably will go down. Probably not a big jump down, but slightly. I can't imagine it going too much further up based off this episode, which was a taped episode. But time will tell.
But nobody knows. I think we're past the point, and actually even back in the Attitude Era, the ratings would usually bear up that live or tape had no bearing if they didn't know it was taped. So, I don't think that. I think that they, obviously Tyson meant quite a bit, and you got to say it for him. He loves the wrestling business. He would have made a lot more money if he'd have gone whole hog into this about 15 or 20 years ago. But who knows what his personal financial situation is.